Bandeyam Shigaro Shiyatha Parakamalam Shigaran Vaishnavamscha Shirupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shirana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitamscha Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shigurave Namah Gorva Bhistam Supurakam Garganara Sesha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipanam Shirupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujvalam Bharatanum Bhaktyanvidam Sundaram Vande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premnovi Bijapradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sareka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bandetam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Yasishvara Sridharam Vansha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami with translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. And this is Antya-lila chapter 19, Inconceivable Behavior of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Verse number 1. Banditam Krishna Chaitanyam Matri Bhakta Shiromanim Pralapya Mukha Sangarshi Madhudyane Lalasayaha. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most exalted of all devotees of mothers, spoke like a madman and rubbed his face against the walls. Overwhelmed by emotions of ecstatic love, he would sometimes enter the Jagannath Vallabha garden to perform his pastimes. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most exalted of all devotees of mothers, spoke like a madman and rubbed his face against the walls. Overwhelmed by emotions of ecstatic love, he would sometimes enter the Jagannath Vallabha garden to perform his pastimes. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. So here the word that stands out is Matri Bhakta, which says of great devotees of mothers. Mahaprabhu was always very, very submissive and very attached to his mother Sachi Mata. And I heard Govinda Maharaj and Guru Maharaj speak about, actually, we always hear about Mahaprabhu, Sachinandana, and Krishna, Yashodanandana, always in relation to their mothers, more than, although sometimes we say Nanda Nandana, but, you know, that Krishna is the son of his father, Nandan Maharaj. But more Yashodanandana we hear about him. And Sachi Sutta and Sachinandana about Mahaprabhu in relation to his mother. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Adwaita Acharya Jaya Gaurabhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Sri Adwaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Emate Mahaprabhu Krishna Prema Beshe Unmara Pralapa Kore Ratri Divase. In the ecstasy of love of Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus behaved like a madman, talking insanely all day and night. Prabhura Atyanta Priya Pandita Jagadananda Jahara Charitre Prabhu Payana Ananda. Jagadananda Pandit was a very dear devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord derived great pleasure from his activities. Prativatsara Prabhu Tare Patana Nadiyate Vicheda Dukita Janani Ashvasite. Knowing his mother to be greatly afflicted by separation from him, the Lord would send Jagadananda Pandit to Navadvip every year to console her. Nadia Jalaha Matare Kohya Namaskar Amaraname Parapadma Darya Tahar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Jagadananda Pandit, "Go to Nadia and offer my obeisances to my mother. Touch her lotus feet in my name. Gohiha tahare tumi koraha smaran nityasi amitomar bandiye charan." Tell her for me, please remember that I come here every day and offer my respects to your lotus feet. Jaydini tomaricha karaite bojan Sedini asi avasha koriye bakkan. Any day you desire to feed me, I certainly come and accept what you offer. Tomara seva chariyami korilun sanyas bolahaya ami koilun dharmanash. I have given my service to you and have accepted the vow of sannyas. I have thus become mad and have destroyed the principles of religion. Eaparad tumi na loya amar tomar adina ami putra se tomar. Mother, please do not take this as an offense, for I, your son, am completely dependent upon you. Nila chaliachi ami tomar agyate Java Jiva Tavat Ami Nariva Charite. I'm staying here at Nilachala, Jagannath Puri, according to your order. As long as I live, I shall not leave this place. Gopa Lilaya Paila Jay Prasadabhasane Matare Patana Taha Purera Vachane. Following the order of Paramananda Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent his mother the prasad clothing left by Lord Jagannath after his pastimes as a cowherd boy. Jagannathera Uttama Prasad Aniya Jatane Matare Pritak Patana Arabhaktagane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very carefully brought first-class prasadam from Lord Jagannath and sent it in separate packages to his mother and the devotees at Nadia. Matri Bhaktagana Prabhu Haya Shiromani Sanyas Koriya Sada Sevena Janani. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the topmost gem of all devotees of mothers. He rendered service to his mother even after he had accepted the vow of sannyas. Jagadananda Nadiya Giya Matare Milila Prabhura Jata Nivedana Sakala Kohila. Jagadananda Pandit thus went to Nadia, and when he met Sachimata, he conveyed to her all the Lord's salutations. Acharjari Bhaktagane Mulila Prasadiya Matatai Agya Loila Maseka Rohiya. He then met all the other devotees headed by Adwaita Acharya and gave them the prasadam of Jagannath. After staying for 1 month, he took permission from Mother Sachi to leave. Acharya Tai Giya Agya Magila Acharya Gosai Prabhures Sandesh Kohila. When he went to Adwaita Acharya and also asked his permission to return, Adwaita Prabhu gave him a message to deliver to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Taraja Praheli Acharya Kohen Taritore Prabhu Matra Bhujena Keho Bhujitena Pare. Adwaita Acharya had written a sonnet in equivocal language with an import that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand, but others could not. Prabore Kohiya Amar Koti Namaskar Enivedana Tara Charane Amar. In his sonnet, Adwaita Prabhu first offered his obeisances hundreds and thousands of times unto the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He then submitted the following statement at his lotus feet. Bolake kohiya lok hoila baal, bolake kohiya hate na vikaya chal, bolake kohiya kaye na hika ao, bolake kohiya iha kohija chebal. Please inform Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is acting like a madman, that everyone here has become mad like him. Inform him also that in the marketplace, rice is no longer in demand. Further tell him that those now mad in ecstatic love are no longer interested in the material world. Also tell Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that one who has also become a madman in ecstatic love, Adwaita Prabhu, has spoken these words. Eta shuni Jagadananda hasite lagila, nila chali asitabe prabore kohila. When he heard Adwaita Acharya's statement, Jagadananda Pandit began to laugh. And when he returned to Jagannath Puri, Nilachala, he informed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu of everything. Taraja Shuni Mahaprabhu Ishat Hasila, Tarase Agya Boli Mona Darila. After hearing the equivocal sonnet by Adwaita Acharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quietly smiled. That is his order, he said. Then he fell silent. Janiyo Swarup Gosai Prabhure Puchila Etara Jara Arta Bujite Narila. Although he knew the secret, Swarup Damodar Goswami inquired from the Lord, what is the meaning of this sonnet? I could not understand it. Although he knew the secret, Swarup Damodar said, what's the meaning of this sonnet? Prabhu Kohen Acharya Hoy Pujake Prabhu Agama Shastrara Bidi Vidane Kushal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Adwaita Acharya is a great worshipper of the Lord and is very expert in his regulative principles and joined in the Vedic literatures. He's a great worshiper. Adwaita Acharya is a great worshiper of the Lord, and he's very much absorbed in Vidi mark. He does all the rules and regulations very nicely. Upasana lage devera korana avahan puja lage katakala korana nirodan. Adwaita Acharya invites the Lord to come and be worshipped, and to perform the worship he keeps the deity for some time. Puja nirvahan hoile pache korana visarjan tara Tarajara jani arta kiba tarana man. After the worship is completed, he sends the deity somewhere else. I do not know the meaning of this sonnet, nor do I know what is in Adwaita Prabhu's mind. Mahayogeshvara Acharya Tarajate Samarta Amiya Pujite Nari Tarajara Arta. Adwaita Acharya is a great mystic. No one can understand him. He is expert in writing sonnets that even I myself cannot understand. Shunya Vismito Hoila Savabhaktagan Sarup Gosai Kichu Hoila Viman. Hearing this, all the devotees were astonished, especially Swarup Damodar, who became somewhat morose. So what Mahaprabhu is referring to is something that's very known in Bengal. The Kali worship, Durga worship. What they do is they worship the deity for some time, and after the worship is finished, they have what they call Visarjana. The deity is taken to the Ganga or to a pond, and the deity is made out of clay, but the deity is then painted nicely and everything. Then the deity is dissolved in the water. So that's Visarjana, and that's common in Bengal. And Mahaprabhu is saying, so Adwaita Acharya, I don't know, maybe he's one of those worships that invite the deity for some time, and then when they're finished, say, okay, now the deity can go. Now we'll dissolve the deity, have Visarjana. So he's saying, Adwaita Acharya is saying that, and there no longer is any demand in the marketplace for rice. That you came to give the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy name. Now everyone's chanting the holy name. There's no more demand for that. And everyone's become like a madman. By your influence, everyone's already become a madman. They're no longer interested in this material world. So then Mahaprabhu, when asked by Swarup Damodar, what's the meaning of this poem? I don't know the meaning of that poem, but maybe it's like that. Adwaita Acharya follows all the rules and regulations of Vidhi Marg very well, and now he's saying, okay, now we're finished with everything that you wanted to accomplish in terms of the Yuga Dharma and spreading of sankirtan and everything. That's already been done. Now you can go. So Mahaprabhu is saying, maybe that's what he means. But what was the result? Sedin hoite Prabhu aradasha hoila Krishna vichete dasha dviguna barila. From that day on, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's emotional state changed markedly. His feelings of separation from Krishna doubled in intensity. So in the beginning of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it says that Mahaprabhu came to spread Sankirtan, to give worship of the Lord in the mood of Madhurya Ras, up to Paramore, the mood of Srimati Radharani. But those are also considered to be external reasons to some extent of Mahaprabhu's descent. But then Krishnadas Kaviraj says the internal reasons are to know the glory of Srimati Radharani's love, to know the happiness, to know the glories of Srimati Radharani's love, to know the qualities in himself that only Srimati Radharani can taste, and to know the happiness that she experiences when she tastes those qualities. For those internal reasons, Mahaprabhu came. So after Adwaita Acharya's sonnet, Adwaita Acharya says, now you've already accomplished what you wanted to do. Now Mahaprabhu switches or concentrates on these three eternal things: to know the glory of Radharani's love, to know the sweetness in himself that only she can taste, and know the happiness that only she can experience, it says. From that day on, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's emotional state changed markedly. His feelings of separation from Krishna doubled in intensity after Adwaita Acharya's sonnet. Because he told him, okay, what you came to give has already been accomplished. Now you can. And so then Mahaprabhu says, okay, now I'll switch to my own internal reasons. Unmara pralapa cheshta kori ratridine Radha Baba Beshe Viraha Bari Anukane. As his feelings of separation and the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani increased at every moment, the Lord's activities, both day and night, were now wild, insane performances. Achambite svore Krishner mataragaman udgornadash dasha hoila unmara lakan. Suddenly, there awoke within Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the scene of Lord Krishna's departure to Mathura. And he began exhibiting the symptom of ecstatic madness known as Udgorna. Ramananda Galadori Korana Pralapan Swarup Puchena Mani Nija Sakigan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke like a madman, holding Ramananda Roy by the neck, and he questioned Swarup Damodar, thinking him to be his gopi friend, Lalita. Purve Jaina Vishakare Radhika Puchila Seshloka Pare Pralapa Korite Lagila. Just as Srimati Radharani inquired from her personal friend Vishaka, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, reciting that very verse, began speaking like a madman. Kvananda Kula Chandrama Kva Shiki Chandra Kalana Kriti Kva Mandra Murali Rava Kva Nu Surendran Nila Duty Kva Rasa Rasa Tandavi Kva Saki Jiva Roksho Shadir Nidir Mama Suritama Kva Bata Hantaha Digvidim. My dear friend, where is Krishna, who is like the moon rising from the ocean of Maharaj Nanda's dynasty? Where is Krishna's head decorated with a peacock feather? Where is he? Where is Krishna, whose flute produces such a deep sound? Or where is Krishna, whose bodily luster is like the luster of the blue Indranila jewel? Where is Krishna, who is so expert in rasa dancing? Or where is he who can save my life? Kindly tell me where to find Krishna, the treasure of my life and best of my friends. Feeling separation from him, I hereby condemn Providence, the shaper of my destiny. Vrajendra Kula Dugda Sindhu, Krishna Tahe Purna Indu, Janmi Koila Jagat Ujor, Kandi Amrita Jeba Piye, Nirantare Piya Jiye, Braja Janer Nayana Chakora. The family of Maharaj Nanda is just like an ocean of milk, wherein Lord Krishna has arisen like the full moon to illuminate the entire universe. The eyes of the residents of Braj are like chakora birds that continuously drink the nectar of his bodily luster and thus live peacefully. The chakora birds, they only drink water from the clouds. Is that right? That's the chakora, or is it chatak? Chatak is which only drinks water from the clouds. Okay, chakora. The eyes of the residents of Braj are like chakora birds that continuously drink the nectar of his bodily luster and thus live peacefully. Saki e kota Krishna koraha darshan kaneke jaharamuka nadekile fate puka shigra dekaha na rohe jivan. My dear friend, where is Krishna? Kindly let me see him. My heart breaks at not seeing his face even for a moment. Kindly show him to me immediately, otherwise I cannot live. E brajera ramani kamarka tapta kumudini nija karamrita diadan prafulita korije kahan mora chandrase dekaha saki raka mora pran. The women of Vrindavan are just like lilies growing hot in the sun of lusty desires. But moonlight Krishna makes them all jubilant by bestowing upon them nectar of his hands. Oh, my dear friend, where is my moon now? Save my life by showing him to me. Kahan se chudara tama shikib pichera budana navamege jena indradanu pitambara tadi duty muktamala bakapanti Navambuddha Jini Shamatanu. My dear friend, where is that beautiful helmet with a peacock feather upon it like a rainbow upon a new cloud? Where are those yellow garments shining like lightning? And where is that necklace of pearls that resemble flocks of ducks flying in the sky? The blackish body of Krishna triumphs over the new blackish rain cloud. Ekbara jaranayane lage saratara ridoye jage Krishna tanu jena amras ata narimane paishe hoy narimane paishe hai jatne nahi bahirai tanu nahi sheya kulera kanta. If a person's eyes even once capture that beautiful body of Krishna, it remains always prominent within his heart. Krishna's body resembles the sap of the mango tree, for when it enters the minds of women, it will not come out despite great endeavor. Thus Krishna's extraordinary body is like a thorn of the Seva berry tree. So, apparently, the sap of the mango tree, when it gets on cloth, it won't come out. The thorn of the Seva berry tree, if you get that thorn in your hand or something, it's hard to get out. If a person's eyes even once capture that beautiful body of Krishna, it remains always prominent within his heart. Krishna's body resembles the sap of the mango tree, for when it enters the minds of women, it will not come out despite great endeavor. Thus Krishna's extraordinary body is like a thorn of the Seva berry tree. Janiya tamala duti indranila samakanti se kantite jagat matai shringara rasa sara chani tate chandra jochna sani jani vidi niramilatai. Krishna's bodily luster shines like the Indranila gem and surpasses the luster of the tamal tree. Krishna's bodily luster shines like the Indranila gem and surpasses the luster of the tamal tree. The Indranila gem is blue. Okay, it's a sapphire. It's like a sapphire. It is a sapphire. Krishna's bodily luster shines like the Indranila gem and surpasses the luster of the tamal tree. The luster of his body drives the entire world mad because providence has made it transparent by refining the essence of the mellow of conjugal love and mixing it with moonshine. So Krishna's body is like conjugal love mixed with moonshine. Kahan se murali dvani Navambra Garjita Jini Jagad Akarshe Shavane Jahar Utidaya Brajajan Trishita Chatakagan Asipiye Kanti Amritadar. There's the Chatak. The deep vibration of Krishna's flute surpasses the thundering of new clouds and attracts the oral reception of the entire world. Thus the inhabitants of Vrindavan rise and pursue that sound, drinking the showering nectar of Krishna's bodily luster like thirsty chatak birds. The chatak bird will only drink water that's falling from the clouds. It won't drink water from this earth. So the deep vibration of Krishna's flute surpasses the thundering of new clouds and attracts the oral reception of the entire world. Thus the inhabitants of Vrindavan rise and pursue that sound, drinking the showering nectar of Krishna's bodily luster like thirsty chatak birds. Morase kalanidhi prana raka Mohoshadi Saki Mora Teho Suritam Deho Jiye Tahabine Dik E Jivane Vidikore Eta Vidamban. Krishna is a reservoir of art and Krishna is a reservoir of art and culture, and he is a panacea that saves my life. O dear friends, since I live without him, who is the best among my friends, I condemn the duration of my life. I think that Providence has cheated me in many ways. So these are purely the sentiments of Srimati Radharani in separation from Krishna, especially when he's leaving for Mathura. Jai Jana Jini Naha Jai Jana Jiti Jai Jana Jite Nahi Chai Tare Kene Ji Bidi Prati Ute Kroda Shok Vidhire Kore Bhartsana Krishna Dina Olahan Pare Bhagavatera Ek Shlok. Why does Providence continue the life of one who does not wish to live? This thought aroused anger and lamentation in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who then recited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam that chastises Providence and makes an accusation against Krishna. Oho Vidatastava Nakrachitaya Samyoja Maitriya Pranayena Dehina Tams Chakritartan Viyunakshi Apartakam Vichestitam Tervaka Chestitam Yata. O Providence, you have no mercy. You bring embodied souls together through friendship and affection. But before the desires are fulfilled, you separate them. Your activities are like the foolish pranks of children. This verse quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam was chanted by the damsels of Braja when Krishna left Vrindavan for Mathura with Akrura and Balaram. The gopis lamented that Providence had made it possible for them to meet Krishna and Balaram in affection and love, and had then separated them. Najanis prema marma vyarta karis tarishrama tora cheshta balaka shaman tora jari lan paye tabetore shikadiye emana jena nakari svidan. Providence, you do not know the purport of loving affairs, and therefore you baffle all our endeavors. This is very childish of you. If we could catch you, we would give you such a lesson that you would never again make such arrangements. We would really give you tanta una naugada que no harías esos arreglos. We would give you such a lesson you would not do this anymore. Arividi tui bora initar. Arabidi tui bara enitur. You know what that is? Spanking. We would give you such a spanking. Arabidi tui bora enitur. Anyonya durlabhajana preme korana samilana akritartan kene karistura. This was before how you would educate children. Do you educate them? Now wait till your father comes home. He'll teach you. But nowadays they don't do like so. So they're afraid the parents will report. The children will report the parents to the authorities, and they'll be locked up. O cruel Providence, you are very unkind, for you bring together in love people who are rarely in touch with each other. Then after you have made them meet, but before they are fulfilled, you again spread them far apart. So you bring them together, they fall in love, and then you separate them. What kind of behavior is that? Are bidi akaruna dekana Krishnanana netraman lobaila mor kanake karite pan kare nila anyastan papa koili data apahar. O Providence, you are so unkind. You reveal the beautiful face of Krishna and make the mind and eyes greedy. But after they have drunk that nectar for only a moment, you whisk Krishna away to another place. This is a great sin because you thus take away what you have given as charity. Akrura kore tumar dosh, amaya kene kora rosh, iha jadik kaha durachar, tui akrura murti dori, Krishna nile churi kori, anyaranahi achebya bahar. O misbehaved Providence, if you reply to us, Akrura is actually at fault. Why are you angry with me? Then I say to you, Providence, you have taken the form of Akrura and have stolen Krishna away. No one else would behave like this. And they here use the word tui. So there are three forms of you. Like tui, tumi, and upni. Tumi is for your very close friends, and apni is for somebody you respect, but tui is for somebody who's maybe a maid servant or a child. Tui, somebody not so respectful and just tui, like you children, what are you doing? That's the way Mahaprabhu was speaking to Providence. Tui, like a child. You're behaving like a child. Apanara karma dosh, tori kiva kore rosh, toya moya, sambandha vidura, jayamara prananat, ekatra rohi jarasata, say Krishna hoila nitura. But this is the fault of my own destiny. Why should I needlessly accuse you? There is no intimate relationship between you and me. Krishna, however, is my life and soul. It is we who live together, and it is he who has become so cruel. So why should I blame you, Providence? You and myself, we're not so close. But I am close with Krishna, and he's behaving so badly. I should be angry with him. Sahatyaji baji jare seyapa apana hate mare nare bare Krishna nahi bai taralage ami mari ulatina chahe hari kana matre bangila pranay. He for whom I have left everything is personally killing me with his own hands. Krishna has no fear of killing women. Indeed, I am dying for him, but he doesn't even turn back to look at me. Within a moment, he has broken off our loving affairs. He's left and he didn't even turn to say goodbye to me. He didn't even turn towards me. Krishna kene kore rosh apana durdai vadosh pakila mora e papat fao jay Krishna mora prema dina tare koila udasina e mora abhagya prabhav. Yet why should I be angry with Krishna? It is the fault of my own misfortune. The fruit of my sinful activities has ripened, and therefore Krishna, who has always been dependent on my love, is now indifferent. This means that my misfortune is very strong. So this is just the result of my own, I'm just getting the karma for my own sinful activities. Emata gora rai vishade kore hoi hoi. Emata gora rai vishade kore hai hai. Aha Krishna tumi gela kati. Gopi bhava hridoye. Taravake vilapaye. Govinda damodara madhaveti. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lamented in the mood of separation. Alas, alas, O Krishna, where have you gone? feeling in his heart the ecstatic emotion of the gopis. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agonized in their words, saying, O Govinda, O Damodar, O Madhava. Tabe Swarup Rama Roy, Korinana Upai, Mahaprabhu Kore Asvasan, Gayena Sangama Gita, Prabhura Virai Lachita, Prabhura Kichu, Stira Hoylaman. Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy then devised various means to pacify the Lord. They sang songs of meeting that transformed his heart and made his mind peaceful. Emata Vilapite, Ardharatri Gela, Gambhirate, Swarup Gosai, Prabhures, Soyaila. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lamented in this way, half the night passed. Then Swarup Damodar made the Lord lie down in the room known as the gambhir. Prabhure Shoyana, Ramananda Gelagare, Swarup Govinda, Shwila, Gambhir Aradware. After the Lord was made to lie down, Ramananda Roy returned home and Swarup Damodar and Govinda lay down at the door of the gambhir. Prema Mahaprabhu Garagaraman, Nama Sankirtana Kore Korana Jagaran. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed awake all night, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, his mind overwhelmed by spiritual ecstasy. Virahe Vyakula Prabhu Udbege Utila Gambhirara Bitye Mukha Gashite Lagila. Feeling separation from Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so distraught that in great anxiety he stood up and began rubbing his face against the walls of the gambhir. So he just rubbing his face against the walls, bruising his face. Mukikande nakikata hoila apar bhavaveshena janena prabhupade raktadar. Blood oozed from the many injuries on his mouth, nose, and cheeks. But due to his ecstatic emotions, the Lord did not know it. Sarva Ratri Korana Bhave Mukha Sangarshan Gopi Gan Shabda Koran Swarup Shunila Takan. In ecstasy, Mahaprabhu rubbed his face against the walls all night long, making a peculiar sound, gon, gon, which Swarup Damodar could hear through the door. So, okay. I'm going to stop here, and tomorrow we'll continue. Then you'll hear how they make a plan. Mahaprabhu has a relationship with Damodar Pandit. Damodar Pandit always would chastise Mahaprabhu. Damodar Pandit. It said he would chastise Mahaprabhu for things that he himself didn't care about. Like Damodar Pandit, we heard. He told Mahaprabhu not to associate with one boy who had great love with Mahaprabhu, who was very young and who looked a little like Krishna, would come and associate with Mahaprabhu. And Damodar Pandit told that boy, don't ever come here, don't come. And he prohibited the boy from coming here. But the boy had much affection for Mahaprabhu, and then he ignored Damodar Pandit. And then, why did Damodar Pandit say that? And he said, because the boy has a very beautiful mother who's a widow, and people will think you're trying to get at the mother through the boy. So don't. So he's like so cautious that Mahaprabhu shouldn't even associate with a boy who loved him, because the boy had a beautiful mother, and people would think. So the Swarup Damodar is always correcting Mahaprabhu. And Damodar, pardon me, not Swarup Damodar. Damodar Pandit, always correcting Mahaprabhu. So then Mahaprabhu decides, then you should go to Navadvip and stay there, because you can take care of Mother Sachi, and you can make sure that nobody does anything bad around her, so he'll protect her. So, but Mahaprabhu couldn't take all that chastisement, so Damodar Pandit. But Damodar Pandit has a brother named Sankar Pandit, and Sankar Pandit, Mahaprabhu had a much more personal relationship with Sankar Pandit than Damodar Pandit. So when they see that Mahaprabhu was rubbing his face against the wall, they put Sankar Pandit in the room to stay with Mahaprabhu. And then when Sankar Pandit in the room, they'll make sure that Mahaprabhu doesn't rub his face against the wall or do anything wrong. But Sankar Pandit sometimes will fall asleep, and then Mahaprabhu would put his blankets on him, or sometimes Mahaprabhu would lie down with his head on Sankar Pandit. So then Sankar Pandit became known as the pillow of Mahaprabhu. He became known as Mahaprabhu's pillow. So we'll hear about that tomorrow. There's still more to this chapter, but I'm not going to finish it today. So tomorrow I'll do that. Okay, and now we'll sing Hari Hari. Besides, we got to finish a little earlier today because we have our Sunday program. Our very special, disturbing Sunday program.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow. I'm thinking today's Sunday.
That's good.
Okay, anyway.
So we are on time?
Yeah, we are on time. Tomorrow we'll try to finish the chapter. So I think there's 112 verses in the chapter, so we covered over half of them, and then tomorrow we'll finish it. Hopefully. I always say that, and then I don't do anything. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama
Hari Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Adwaita Acharya
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Sri
Jagadananda Seva Sari Gora Matamina Jai Rupa Sanadam Bhatta Raguna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jai Te Vignana Shabishta Puran Hey Jai Gosai Jar Mui Bhagavan Dasabhar Pada Renu Mora Panchagra Radha Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivan Janame More Amila Hey Jai Gosai Jabe Bhaje Kolavan Radha Krishna Antya-lila Kodila Prakan Ananda Prabhupada Padma Koriya. Hare Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narasamuna. Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriya. Hare Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narasamuna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Jo Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Nehri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Adwaita Acharya Ashtatara Sata Shri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Gosai Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Adwaita Acharya Ashtatara Sata Shri Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakshridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sananta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath, Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Premzigo, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Adwaita Acharya, Shri Vasudeva, Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Ki Jai, Vishvavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai, Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusha Mashra Maharaj Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai, Srila Mayapur Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Koladvip ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai, Sokel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram ki jai, Ganga Devi ki jai, Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shivrindavan ki jai, Sri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju ki jai, Shri Purushottam Madam ki jai, Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Ju ki jai, Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Sri Nrsingadev ki jai, Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrindi ki jai, Shri Harina Sankirtan ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Jayam Vishnu Pad Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj ki